Hello everyone, this is Just a Dad. Today I'm going to explain these two different Cuisinart grind and brew coffee makers. On the left, I've got the more expensive DGB-800 or 900 Burr grind and brew 12 cup. On the right, I've got the older model number DGB-550 BKP1. This is a grind and brew also, but it's got the older chop grinder. So we've got a chop grinder. And this is a Burr grinder, but unfortunately I can't show you the Burr grinder because there's no way of getting to it. It's down in here. So right away, this one definitely looks a little bit more modern. It's definitely more beefier than this one. This one's pretty heavy. This one's not. This one's going for about $300. This one's about $70 right now. But the biggest difference is in the grind. So this one's got that chop grinder. Now I can't show you a Burr grinder, but a Burr grinder is quite a bit different, and it does grind the beans a little bit better. Now, the other major difference is you got to put the amount of coffee beans in here every time you do a brew. Over here, you fill the hopper up and you're going to select how much beans you want brewed. Do I want 12 cups of beans? Do I want 10? So it'll chop the beans automatically for however many cups you brew. And we do have 3 different strengths. Both of them are programmable. They will chop the beans and brew you a pot of coffee in the morning. This one, the display is not quite that big. This one definitely looks a lot more modern. They both got warming plates, and they both come with stainless steel carafe. So you can get a model that doesn't use the warming plate, but uses a stainless steel carafe to keep the coffee warm. So next, let's look at the filter basket area. They both have a release, a button on the side. You definitely have to have the lids installed when you're doing these. And it's preferable to use the reusable filter that comes with it. Paper filters just don't seem to work that well. This one's got a really nice, it's got a hinged cover. There's the reusable. This one makes a very strong pot of coffee. This one I found didn't make the strongest pot of coffee because it has a lot to do with the grind. A Burr grinder can just grind the beans a lot better. The chop grinder, you know, it's kind of a cheaper grinder. And then cleanup. So their cleanup on this one is very simple. You take this and you're going to wash this out and wash that out in the carafe. That's it. You don't really get up in there and clean much. This one, you've got to take this chop grinder out. This is going to get really wet. Same with the lid. You got to wash the lid and this, and then the brew basket, and then the filter. So the grinder, each time you got to clean, which isn't that big a deal. This one's got a clean light that comes on when it's time to descale, and then it also has a descale mode. I got a video on how to descale both of these with vinegar. This one doesn't have a clean light that comes on, but I do show you how to descale it. Both of them, you can turn the grinder off. They got a grinder off button. Grinder off. So you could put your own coffee grounds in, already ground, and brew a pot of coffee. So I'm going to demonstrate which grinder is the loudest. Now, I do think this one makes a better pot of coffee, but it is $300. This one's $70. So there's how that one sounds. So about the same. I thought this one was going to be a little quieter, but this one, they're about the same. So size-wise, this one's definitely a lot bigger. And they both have about the same height when you open up this one can fit under a kitchen cabinet a little better. It's a little easier to pour the water into. This one, you got to pour the water in way back here. But I do think there's just a lot of advantages to having a bean hopper and just selecting how much beans you want brewed and pressing the brew button instead of having to load it each time. Thanks everybody for watching. Check out my next video where I'm going to compare the Cuisinart and this one to the Breville grind and brew. So I got this Breville grind and brew, and this has a lot of reviews, and I've been playing around with it, so I'm going to show you it also. Thanks everybody for watching. If you could, please like and subscribe.